All right, hey everybody. So you've kind of got two options if you want to make your Miata wink. There's the free option, which you can do just by spamming the little tombstone light button over and over again. It seems to be like an Easter egg built into most NA Miatas. I'm not sure if it's like an actual Easter egg that the ECU picks up on and winks the lights at you, or if it's just an electrical gremlin that results in the cute wink that everyone wants. Or you can buy one of these cute little black boxes that give you a lot more customization and how you want the winks to behave. Usually they've got some kind of Bluetooth controller built in. This one that we're gonna be installing today is from MX5 Tech. Not a sponsor, just I think one of the better options out there, but you are gonna spend probably about $100 if you're in the US after shipping, so not maybe like a priority mod to do, but of course you bought an NA Miata, so it has to be a priority to make it wink. Let's go figure out how to install it. Should be a pretty simple plug and play installation. The only thing we really gotta figure out is where we're gonna put this little box so it stays away from water. But let's go take a look at how we do it. All right, so the instructions recommend about 2 different spots so you can put it. There's a good spot over here, and there's a good spot over here. Commonly, I think you'll find these boxes placed over here, kind of zip tied on top of this black box here. But I think because of the space that I have available, I'm gonna place mine on the fuse box bracket. And we're gonna mount it kind of right up here. Should still be able to route the wires cleanly to each of the lights without too much issue. And the goal again is that we want this to be somewhere away from water. The box has I think like a weather pack style connector, but we still wanna make sure that we don't put it in an environment where it's just gonna be hit with water. So if you wash your engine bay or anything, just be aware that the box itself is 3D printed, so the water could seep through that plastic, but it should be relatively fine as long as you place it somewhere safe in the engine bay. Okay, so let's go ahead and mount that box up over there. All right, so box has these nice little zip tie ports in here we can use to securely mount it to something. So that's what I'm going to do for now. I may end up mounting it differently, but I think I'm going to put this right here. Then we'll be able to route the plug around with this other plug. We can zip tie it here with a little cable zip tie mount and run the wiring down into the headlight. So let's go ahead and get these zip ties in here, and then we should be good. You're going to want to make sure you snip those zip ties at a 45-degree angle, so that way the next person really feels it. All right, next thing, wiring. Should be pretty simple, plug and play. We've got our kind of weather pack style connector here, and then the rest of these wires are gonna intercept the OEM harness that goes to the light, and then we'll route the wire underneath by the radiator, underneath the little plastic cover we've got, and we should be good to go after that. All right, now we need to plug the battery back in, reset the lights so the wink mod little ECU thing works, and then we should be off to the races. All right, next up, we gotta reset the lights. It's part of the instructions, so turn the car on. And we flash this 10 times, and the lights should do their own thing, and then when they're done, they'll do a little wink to notify that we've gotten it right. So that's pretty much the install. Like I said, pretty plug and play. You can interact with the tombstone button directly to flash the lights, and you can program how many flashes do what. But the main thing you're gonna look for is the MX5 Tech app if you're using that box. And this lets you trigger specific winks or configure what the button presses on the tombstone button actually do. It's pretty much the only reason to have an NA Miata, besides the fact that they handle well and that they used to be cheap and that they're fun to drive. But really, you're getting it so you can wink the headlights. And this should get you set up. Again, I think there's a fun kind of free Easter egg where if you spam that tombstone button over and over again, it'll flash for you, but it's not consistent. So if you want a consistent light flashing, this one also has a little sleepy eye mod. If you're into that, you can do that too and program the heights and stuff. Then that's kind of the way forward with it. But yeah, I mean, stay tuned. We got coming up some pre-turbo prep work that we're doing, and then eventually we'll put a turbo on this bad boy. But figure we do the most important mod first. Yeah, until next time, see you guys.